Hello and welcome to another Silver Alert from the Advanced Age Role-Playing Gamers podcast. We're at day 3.
Day 3, yeah.
Day 3.
Feels like day 30.
Yeah. We're in the Pirate Borg booth with Luke, the creator of Pirate Borg. Say hi.
Ahoy, mateys. Welcome to the dark Carribbean.
Beautiful. So we interviewed quite a few of the Borg adjacent creators. What inspired you to take on that mantle and use that third-party license and create your own thing?
Yeah, well, I was running a 5th edition pirate campaign as part of, just my own homebrew game.
Yeah.
But also, kind of a playtesting for all the battle maps that I make. My first thing and main thing is Patreon, where I make pirate-themed battle maps mostly.
Oh, awesome.
So I was doing that, and I had done a few adventures for 5th edition, but I was getting really burned out on the process, and we took a break from me DMing so I could just focus on the maps.
Okay.
And my friend, one of my players, Kevin, ran Borg for us, and we had the most fun we've ever had playing a role-playing game. And my character, instead of being this crafted wizard that felt like me, was instead terrible. I played him like Jafar's old man character from Aladdin.
Yeah,
and I was like, come with me. And I survived so many sessions, and it was just so much fun. And I was like, this would be perfect for a pirate game.
Oh, yeah.
And I started hacking it I'm going to do a zine. It'll be short. It'll be a fun, and I'll just call it Pirate Borg,
Yeah.
And at the same time, I was working on another project called the Dark Carribbean that was going to be a big campaign book.
Okay.
But I got so much fun making Pirate Borg, I ended up kind of leaving the neon punk art style, going for more of a parchment Darkest Dungeon.
Yeah.
So that matched my map style more. And then the Kickstarter did really, really well, and then Free League signed it, and now it's our flagship product. So everything we make is for that line.
That's so when I first heard about Pirate Borg, so I've been following a lot of them, but as soon as I just heard the words Pirate Borg, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
that tracks.
It doesn't really translate to Swedish perfectly, but for us it was more important for people to just understand. It's my first book. I just wanted people to know what it was.
Yeah. I mean, that's once you're in that area, that people get it.
Yeah,
So,
and we did for New Year's or for April Fools, I made it green and flipped the names and called it Borg Pirates. And it was really, it had lasers coming out of his eyes and stuff.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
that's nice. Let's step back. Talk about a little bit about your Patreon. How long have you been doing that?
I started in COVID. I spent the first month of lockdown playing Breath of the Wild.
Okay.
And then I was my other job is I do concert lighting.
Okay.
And that whole industry disappeared. So I was guess we're not going back to tour.
Yep,
so I started the maps I was using for my D&D campaign. I started making them drawing them all myself rather than just photo bashing them.
Right.
And I started a Patreon, and it went really well. And by the end of lockdown, I was paying my mortgage with it. And so that's my, it's basically changed my life. And this is my brother, my quartermaster back here. He works with me now, and we're taking over the world one horse at a time, matey.
So, I mean, I have a brother.
Yes.
I can't imagine for life me ever working with him.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. Tyler and I actually we tried to start a business back in the day before Yelp called Hungry in Columbus, which was just going to be we're from Columbus, Ohio, and it was going to be a little where to find any kind of food as close to you as possible, vending machines or whatever. And he worked for me for 3 days, and we were this is not going to work. But it's actually been great. He has a great skill set that I don't have when it comes to people relations and management. So he manages our new Harbor Master program, which is a rewards program for GMs that run Pirate Board games around the country.
Okay.
That's kind of debuting. We're in the soft launch, but
let's go into that a little bit.
Yeah. So our launch day is Talk Like a Pirate Day, which is September 19th, and we're doing a coordinated worldwide retail event where people can run games in store and earn rewards to get swag from us.
That's beautiful.
Character sheets, and we're gonna do D2 pieces of 8 coins.
Okay.
And all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
I have to relate because you launching this on Talking Like a Pirate Day. We launched on April Fool's Day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it suits our whole brand.
Yeah, sure.
But anyway, so do you have an example of a map that you've shown here?
Let me see if Yeah, I have a book of some of these maps. So yeah, so like this is and we actually have a pack of these that comes with if you can actually order with Pirate Borg. They're all digital. But these are, some of these, like if you printed this to scale, it would be like 4 feet because they're battle maps.
Wow.
And so we've got all the ships, we've got dungeons, yeah, all kinds of stuff. We it's not all 100% pirate. I've got like a Nautiloid and some more Spelljammer type stuff. But yeah, this is my primary thing is making battle maps. So, all the adventures in Pirate Borg all have pretty detailed maps, and I'll do like a line art map in the book, and then we'll do a like top-down battle map version for when you're playing online.
Yeah, and when you sign up on your website, don't you give away some?
Oh yeah,
maps?
yeah. If you give us your email, you get like the free naval combat rules for 5th edition, and then like a pack of 50 free maps.
That's 53 maps. I mean, that's pretty hefty.
Yeah, I mean it's so the cool thing about Patreon is I basically charge all my patrons when we make new things. Yeah. So the benefit is that everything we've already made gets given to everybody, basically for free, just by signing up.
Yeah.
And so at this point, it's like 3 years worth of content. So you'll get like all of our Pirate Borg adventures and naval combat and all of our maps just by signing up. And then when I make something new, which, like for example, we're working on the Dark Caribbean book now, if I make a new chapter for that, everybody gets charged for that, but then they get access to everything we've ever made.
So how much is your Patreon a month?
It ranges from like the podcast tier is like $3 a month, up to like $10 or $25 a release.
Okay,
so
that's pretty cool. So
choose your own adventure, right?
Yeah. As you know, like I like to meander a little bit. Just I hear something and I just want to talk about it. So
let's do it. Yeah.
Dark Caribbean. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Okay, so when I first started the Dark Caribbean, it was going to be my setting book. It was going to be a 5th edition book, and then I got sidetracked with Pirate Borg.
Yep.
And then at one point, I was like, you know what? I can't have any setting in this book because I want people who are playing Morkborg to be able to use like ships and pirates in Galgenbeck or whatever.
Right.
But then by the end, when I'd taken out the yellow, I was like, you know what? This actually, like a flute is a Dutch ship. It's from the Netherlands. Like these ships are from Earth's history, not Galgenbeck. They're not fantasy ships. They're real historical ships.
Right.
And like I want there to be the British and I want there to be Spanish. So we injected some of the setting back into Pirate Borg. So there's like 10 pages or so on the history and lore of the Dark Caribbean.
Okay.
So there's Spanish and there's like the Spanish are the Spanish, but it's like smashing in the Inquisition and conquistadors all into that pirate era,
Okay.
So there's just maybe 10 pages of lore in the book, but then the next book, Dark Caribbean, is going to be a big, larger than Pirate Borg, both in format and page count, setting book that has maps of every island and then generative tables to populate that island. So it'll be very like almost like a sandbox setting for GMs to run games in pirate settings.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So back to the Pirate Borg core rules.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of the different Borg versions, they've released their own kind of new custom rules and things like that. Have you done anything like that with Pirate Borg?
Yeah, so the biggest differences with Pirate Borg compared to core Merkborg is that Pirate Borg, we added a 5th stat called Spirit. Okay. There's so much gunpowder and shooting in a pirate setting that we found the presence stat was just too powerful to make the shoot stat.
Okay, yeah.
So we kept it's the shoot stat, but we moved all of magic out to a new stat called Spirit.
Okay.
And then instead of having scrolls, which kind of feel more like medieval fantasy, we split scrolls into less powerful relics, which are like Indiana Jones style relics that when you use them, they definitely work, but afterwards they might break.
Okay.
And then more powerful arcane rituals, which are like, you could say Lovecraftian rituals or voodoo style rituals, that kind of more like larger scale magic. The difference with rituals is that if you fail at all, not just a 1, but a fail at all, you're going to roll on a catastrophe table. And stuff can happen. Your lungs can fill with water. Time can jump forward 10 years. Like, crazy things. Kraken can show up.
That's all good stuff.
Yeah,
I like me some random tables. They're super fun.
And then, of course, we added rules like naval combat. So it's a little crunchier than normal Morkborg because you're dealing with a hex grid and ships and stats.
Yeah.
But it's pretty easy to understand. About as rules-like as you can get and still have it be semi-realistic.
Yeah. any kind of what I call vehicle combat
Yeah.
is always tricky,
It's tricky,
in a
yeah.
TTRPG.
Yeah.
It's,
I think I'd like to say that I think we've cracked that
Okay.
that case open.
I'll let you know.
But yeah, you tell me what you think. Yeah. Yeah.
Man, that's great. What else have you got here in the booth today?
Oh, well, I mean, we've got the core book, we've got the limited edition, we've got our first 3 adventures. This is Buried in the Bahamas, which came out this con season. It's an introductory adventure, very black and white, inspired by like old school games and especially Mothership. And it's annotated with GM notes throughout.
Okay.
So you can kind of learn, new players or new Pirate Borg players can learn what they're allowed to do. Yeah.
I'm just gonna
Which is pretty much everything. This is Dead Man's Cove. It is a naval combat focused scenario and adventure pamphlet style. So it's got some your players start with 3 ships, and there's a like little combat to start off, and then there's a kind of a treasure hunt.
Okay.
What you'd expect.
Yeah, pirates.
But in a grimdark setting. And then this is Sinking of Cathagan. It is an adventure I worked with JVC Perry on. This started as a map of the Lovecraftian city of Relay, but I got too many internet trolls said it was too Euclidean, which doesn't make any sense when you're drawing a 2D map. So we renamed it to Cathagan, and JVC Perry and I worked together to come up with like a guide to this city that's risen from the water. So there are shipwrecked pirates. There's a bunch of wretched cultists. There are deep ones. They're all fighting for control of the city. The cultists are trying to summon a great old one. So there's a little mini dungeon, and here is a great old one generator. So you don't have to summon Cthulhu. You can summon one that's unique to your world.
Yeah, I mean, mix it up, but you can't always just summon Cthulhu.
Yeah, not always. Yeah,
It's a low-hanging
Cthulhu's
fruit.
he's busy sometimes.
Yeah. He's sleeping.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, that's great. Is there? We covered a lot here.
Yeah,
is there
there's-
anything else you think we should bring up? We talk about the Patreon.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of like what we've got going right now.
Yeah.
Like I said, the Dark Caribbean is my next big focus after Talk Like a Pirate Day.
Yeah.
I'd say to anybody listening, like we are looking for any retailers that are interested in participating. We have like a retailer kit that comes with posters and free giveaways.
Okay.
So that players that can come to the store and buy the copy of Fireborg can pick up a patch, or this adventure will be free and things like that.
Okay.
So if you know anybody who might want to sign up, please have them contact us.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might reach out to my local store.
Yeah,
It's
the
a
more
big
the better.
store,
The
but
more,
yeah.
and the thing, it's an easy sell too because everybody loves Talking Like a Pirate on Talk Like a Pirate Day. So why not play some Pirate Borg? Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything else you want to talk about while we're here? Or
Anything else you want to talk about?
No. Where'd you get that hat?
Oh, Etsy. But I should have bought them all because it's like my trademark now. Yeah. I'm a big Alien fan.
Yeah,
so.
we're playing. We're playing a lot. We're doing a Alien actual play right now.
Oh,
It's
nice.
pretty
It's weird.
awesome.
I have a really weird relationship with a role playing game. I only own one of the books because I'm like, don't spoil it for me.
Okay.
Like, I'm waiting to I want to play more,
It's so much fun.
Yeah,
the whole stress
yeah.
panic spiral
Oh, yeah.
is
I think
amazing.
I've played like 3 or 4 sessions
Okay.
and I love it, but I don't. If I start GMing it, it'll people will be like, "Where's all the pirate content?" But I switched to making alien stuff. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I gotta
Stay focused.
stay focused.
stay
Yeah.
focused. Well, awesome, Luke. I'm glad we're able to work this out.
Yeah.
I'm like dead on my feet here, but this has been so cool to
Yeah.
talk to you. I really appreciate the
Nathan,
time.
nice to talk to you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me on the show.
Thanks, everybody. Talk to you soon.